G'day guys and welcome back. Today is a special day. We've got a little surprise to pick up for the car. It's the next piece in the puzzle, so let's go and do that. G'day Marcus.
Hi, mate.
What's going on?
Oh, you know, living the dream.
Got a little present for me.
Little present.
What's under here?
Off you go. It's yours now.
Lovely. So Marcus, tell me, what have we got here? What are we looking at?
You have your Pulsar Turbo GDX 3584 RS.
Lovely. And how much power were you making with it?
We don't have a number on a dyno. All we've got to go on is it was running 22 pound. Hardly any ignition timing, draggy run, and the weight of the car says we're around about that 669 brake horsepower.
Lovely. It's making pretty decent power.
Oh yeah, they're a great little turbo.
Yeah.
A lot of people rubbish them. I think they're fantastic. You've got Lukey and Ryan. They've jumped on the bandwagon. Even Shane's got a Pulsar over there, the G42 1450s.
Yeah.
They're a stonker turbo, mate.
Well, that's
good little turbo.
Well, that's it. It's just that. Well.
Brand name.
Well, that's exactly right.
Yeah. It's the name because it's Pulsar, not Garrett.
Yeah.
People get all fussy about them.
Yep.
I had that. I've had this on the Falcon for what 12, 18 months.
Still looks brand new.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lovely.
Nice and responsive.
Yeah.
Obviously done everything that you needed to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just had the opportunity to have the Pro Charge rebuilt.
Yeah.
Pro Charge being a 2mm bigger turbo.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be completely honest. The Pro Charge is a lot more responsive and snappy than this one.
Yeah.
But you would expect that from the Pro Charge as opposed to the Pulsar. But Pulsar's great, man.
Yeah, that's
served me well.
Beautiful. So, do you want to run us through what it was? It's currently sitting. Well, it was previously sitting on.
Off you go. Off you go.
So, this is Marcus's G6E Turbo.
Infamous quick
G6. Obviously, not stock under the bonnet anymore, Marcus.
Oh, it's still got a stock bottom end.
Oh well, is that like the only stock thing on this car?
Oh, the head's stock, the valves are stock.
Yeah, well, apart
stock
from
converter,
that.
stock gearbox, stock diff, stock drive shafts, stock water pump.
All right, that's getting a little bit too technical.
It's got the usual mods that you do to these barrows. So valve springs, they were done by John over at TMS.
Yep.
John done them. What else has it got? It's got a bit of Empire gear in there. I'm a huge fan of Empire.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Rod down at Empire, they're a lovely bloke. I can't say enough good things about him. But yeah, so it's got the Empire heavy duty street to elite timing chain kit through it.
Yep.
With the tensioner. It's got Empire's billet pump gears, it's got Empire's billet backing plate, it's got Empire's 12mm head studs. For its age, for the amount of Ks, the car, that engine's got 240,000 Ks on it.
Yeah.
It's still very, very healthy.
Yep.
I had Quaid from Power Driven Automotive. He fitted all the Empire gear on there, so basically removed the engine out, removed the head, done the studs, put a brand new factory Ford steel head gasket on it. He fitted the pump gears, the backing plate, the timing chain kit. The head was a little bit warped, and you would expect that at 240,000 Ks. I think there was a bow in the middle of it, about 5 thou or something. So He's decked and straight in that head, so the compression ratio is probably bumped up a smudging.
Yep.
But yeah, the head's all been decked. He's checked all the valves, all the seating, flow tested them all, made sure, done a leak down test, made sure nothing was leaking and all that. Dropped the sump, he inspected the sump. There was only one little speck that he found. Further inspection on it, he couldn't see where it had come from. It's been fine since, so Quade done a really good job on it. Looked after me, looked after the car. Engine's been running sweet. And like I said, I finally got the Pro Charge back.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough, Matty from Elite was good enough to do it. He took it on for me. He's done a good job. We had a few little hiccups here and there when we put it back on, but I think we've got it sorted now, so I'm happy with that. But Matty's there. If something happens, Matty's like, bring it over, and they'll suss it out. But so far, so good. I'm happy with it.
You're saying that the Pro Charge is a lot more responsive.
Oh, it's never been able to light the rears up and locked in the third gear, and it just does it effortlessly now.
Yeah, right.
They're 275s on the back too, so
yeah.
Yeah,
not easy to spin.
No, they're quite a wide tyre.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
All of that it comes down to the man himself, Lukey man.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't praise that bloke enough. He's just an absolute magician on that laptop. Knows his shit. Knows these Falcons inside and out. It's his bread and butter, man.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised when he goes to bed he dreams about them. He is good at what he does.
Yeah.
Look, I had John from TMS originally tune the car.
Yep.
I'm not taking anything away from TMS, mate. They are good, and John is really good with the Falcons, man. John's built some tough Falcons.
Yeah.
But when Lukey, being a close friend, was going to go out on his own, it was a no-brainer, mate. I jumped ship on TMS's with their okay and their blessing. I've done it the right way.
Yeah.
And I've been supporting Luke ever since, and mate, done an amazing job. They have a factory gearbox. I'm talking factory. There's no fudging. There's nothing. That thing is. It's the same thing that come out in the factory, mate.
Yeah.
Factory input, factory pump, factory clutches, factory frictions, factory everything. The only thing it doesn't have is the factory heat exchanger, because they're prone to failing and milkshaking. So I've got an Aeroflow with a big Maridine fan on it.
Yep.
The way the car runs, running 126.5 mile an hour on asphalt. With first and second gear wheel spin.
Yeah.
Still runs 126.5 mile an hour.
It's a quick car.
It's quick. So it's only going to get better once we get our sticky track.
Yeah.
And I can apply that to a track that's going to stick with no wheel spin. We've got to be in the Thames. We have to be. I can't see why we can't be.
Yeah.
But I can't claim that because I don't have a slip.
Yeah.
I can't claim that it has 669 horsepower at the rear wheels or 500 kilowatts. I can't claim that.
Yeah.
I don't have a dyno sheet to prove it. All I'm going on with the draggy time. With 126.5 mile an hour.
Just calculations.
And the weight of the car with me in it, which was 1930 kilos.
Yeah.
That's all we can go on about. And running conservative. 22.5 pound on ethanol with not a lot of timing. And when I say not a lot of timing, under 10 degrees.
Yep.
Can't give away the exact figure, but under 10 degrees.
Yep.
And for Lukey is doing what it's doing on factory bottom end with 240,000 Ks through a factory ZF with nothing done to it except for his gearbox tune. Credit, man.
Oh, 100%.
It's a credit to the bloke. The bloke knows what he's doing.
You need to know what you're doing to be able to get a car to do that on a lot of stock parts.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what it does on a sticky track with these other little extra mods that gets done to it. So Ryan, another good friend of ours, the fabrication, that's all him.
Yeah.
So the hot pipe, the cold pipe, the dump pipe, the wastegate, the J pipe. It's a J pipe. It's not a 6-boost manifold. It's a J pipe. So it's a J pipe off the factory manifold. It's brilliant. All this fabrication. That's Ryan, mate.
It looks. It almost looks like it's a kit that you would buy off the internet.
Ryan's a magician on the torch, mate. He does quality work, man. Quality work. I've got a little deal with him. I've got an AI FS 800 drop-in surge tank with twin 525s to go in.
Yep.
So I've scored that off for a wicked mates rate price. So I get that. Once we throw that in, we can remove that GFB reg, and we're going to throw on a FPR 2000 Turbo Smart reg.
Yep.
Just to future-proof it. Injectors are done. They're 1650s from Golby's. They're the Boschies. They're the bomb injectors. I run them. Ryan runs them. Shane runs them. They're a great injector. A lot of other big name people are running the 1650s, the Boschies, and they're just effortlessly. Luke loves tuning them. They're for such a large injector. They're not like a wild horse. They are very, very tunable. Idle's great. Cold start, pretty good. It'll only get better as Luke jams that laptop on and
that's it.
And tickles it up a little bit.
Just all fine tuning now, really.
Once we get the fuel system buttoned up,
that'll be your fuel sorted.
That's the fuel system. That's the engine sorted.
Yeah.
And then it's basically gearbox.
Yeah. Yep.
And Justin Clare, part of the Collective Club, who I've known for a while. What a legend.
Set you up with a good deal.
Got a lovely low kilometre ZF ready for transport.
How many Ks has this one got?
About 100 to 110,000.
Yeah, okay. So pretty fresh.
Yeah, it's going to be a good donor ZF for it. Basically, we've just got to work out which way we're going to go, whether we're going to go the whole 6R80 front with the exceeded clutches, or I'm quite happy to just throw the stage 2 frictions in there. I've got that lovely little thing called an e-boost, which is going to save the input. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm actually keen to see how far we can push a factory ZF input.
Yeah.
See how far we can push it before it goes, I'm hating life. Just the usual bolt-ons and all that. I think I suffer from OCD, so I like to make things pretty, and I love spraying paint. So
yeah, I can see that you've accented a lot of your parts under the bonnet with the Seduce to match the car.
The same factory colour on the outside of the car, Seduce.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Just sets it apart from everyone else out there.
Yeah.
Makes the engine bay look a lot cleaner, doesn't it?
It does. I
like how you've also touched up your power steering reservoir and also got rid of the coolant reservoir as well.
That was
that's freed up a lot of space up here.
It does. It gets hot up there now since you've got the turbo, the dump pipe, and you've got that external gate sitting up there.
Yeah.
Just frees it up a lot and all that. That water neck, I got that off Josh Chapman. He's on a lot of the forums and all that. He lives out at Mount Isa, and he does some quality work.
Oh, he actually made that?
Yeah, he's made that.
Yeah, right.
That's a full billet neck and all that. So
yeah, that looks really
nice.
nice.
You buy them in the kit. It comes with the O-ring and all that. And Josh Chapman, mate, he's does some really nice work. Does a lot of stuff for the barras and all that. So I think I paid around about the $220, $240 for that.
Yep.
Which to me was it's money well spent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Money well spent. And obviously all the Aeroflow stuff, I've got that from Barry and Matty over at Performance Parts Plus here in town. They've always got a heap of stock and stuff like that. All my gaskets and bits and pieces for the engine and all that. I see Phil and Damo over at Cheap Auto Spares. They've always looked after me.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got performance parts too. I've bought a fair bit of stuff off them as well. But with the J pipe and all that, when we were doing it over at Ryan's, we just Matty and Barry, they had every bit of fitting and line and everything that we needed that day. So we just got it from there. It was just a lot easier.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So where did the car originally start? How did you get to where you are now?
So it's got a bit of a story, this thing. There's a lot of sentimental value to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
It's my late little brothers. So me and my late little brother Matty, we grew up in a broken home, broken marriage and all that with mum and dad, and it was always me and him. We stuck together.
Yep.
Me being the bigger brother into cars, he always followed what I said, what to do. Back in the day, I was a mad little Honda fan. I had a 600 horsepower front wheel drive Honda Prelude.
Far out.
Spent a bucket load of money on that.
Yeah.
Wife almost divorced me 3 or 4 times over it. But Matty wanted something that was big, it was comfortable, it looked nice, it really didn't stand out, but it had a heap of power.
Yeah.
And I said, mate, get a G6E Turbo.
Yeah. Well, it's no brainer.
They're a big, heavy car, but they're luxurious inside. Got everything that you need. Plus, they've basically got a Typhoon running gear.
Yeah.
3R rod, Big Daddy, factory Barra, turbo Barra. So I told him get one of them. So he actually got this at a pretty good price.
Yep.
All he ever wanted to do to it was put a set of 20s on it and bulge bonnet, which I've still got hanging up.
Yep.
I'll probably never ever put it back on because it's something about a reverse cowl that I just can't. I can't part with it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
But I've still got the XR8 bulge bonnet there. So, but I got it to the way he wanted. So lowered, set of 20s, bulge bonnet, and 330 kilowatts.
Yep.
Responsive, was quick. Back then it didn't chew a lot of fuel. That's what it does now.
Yeah.
It was a good car. It was great. I got it the way he wanted. He passed away from diabetes with kidney failure, so I inherited the car stock, got it to the way he wanted it.
Yeah.
I could tick that off my bucket list. Had a lot of people help me with it. I don't know if it was just because they wanted to help me or if it was the story that was behind it or whatever, but Shane Mack, there's a lot of his old parts in it, which he helped me out price-wise and all that, so can't thank Shane enough. The tune back then was from John over at TMS, so John done a bloody good job on it.
Yep.
Wheels I think I got from Hayden O'Neill, so he hooked me up with them quite cheaply. John sorted out the XR8 bonnet for me from Matt Whiting.
Yep.
So a lot of people helped, and it was very much budget. I didn't spend a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
So it was great. I got it to the way my little brother wanted it. I could tick that off the bucket list. But then I looked at it afterwards, and I said, "There's so much more in there."
Yeah.
Theoretically, I haven't really spent much more money on it.
Yep.
The factory turbo had blown up, so the Pro Charge was Shane, so I got that off him at a very cheap price, cheaper than a replacement Garrett.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got that very cheap. All the pipe work, thank Ryan for that.
Yeah.
Hasn't cost me a single cent. Ryan's just done it just straight off his back. Wants to help out, help his mates. I think he sourced a lot of the pipe work and all that. So I think all I've really had to spend is time and paint.
Yeah.
Which super cheap. They generally have sales on paint, so it hasn't been really that expensive.
Yeah.
Just those fiddly things like the valve springs and the timing chain and the pump gears and all that I've had to pay, but I just saved up, and then Rod from Empire, he looked after me price wise.
Yeah.
Pretty well sure he looked after you price wise with yours as well. So Rod's brilliant, mate, and they're just doing great things with the Barras and now the Coyote and Miamis.
Yeah, well, King FGX is, just proven that.
Well, they run the 7.2 now.
Yeah.
7.2, 7.4 at
7.2, I think it is.
7.2 at 189 or 198 mile an hour.
Something ridiculously quick, yeah.
They're knocking on the door of a 6, and
yeah,
man, that's a credit to them.
And that car's running all Empire gear, isn't it?
From what I'm meant to believe, it's running a D-stroked Barra now, so a 3.7 litre D-stroke.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty well sure there is Empire gear in there. I know the oil pump is a horsepower junkie pump.
Yep.
And you would be crazy with that type of power not to run a horsepower junkie oil pump. They are the best pumps on the market. But yeah, from last I knew, there's still a lot of Empire gear in there, and that's a credit. And it's Empire who tune it too. So
yeah.
Omar is just like Luke, just gifted.
Yeah,
know how to tune these things.
Yeah.
Luke can call on Joe from Precision Racing, which was originally Hoon Tune.
Yep.
Now Joe does some big things with the Barras as well, and Luke can call on him anytime he needs. Like if Luke's having a drama with a particular car of a customer and can't get his head around it,
yep,
he's got those resources there. So that's why you can take your car to Luke and know that it's going to get sorted one way or another.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
What exhaust are you running on this?
Full custom from Ryan.
Yeah. Another Ryan special.
Dad just bits of 3.5 inch pipe that we've acquired, and Ryan's got his torch and welded it all up, and yeah, so 3.5 inch dump all the way through to the Reaper muffler.
Yeah.
So Reaper, what is it? A Reaper Engineering Demon Flow Dumper Race Series muffler. So running twin 4-inch dumps.
Yeah, these things look awesome.
Yeah, they're a pretty cool muffler.
It really just suits your car, I reckon.
Well, that was the prototype from Reaper with the 4-inch.
Yeah.
So yeah, Reaper sent that to me as a prototype. They looked after me price-wise because it was a prototype. They were so unsure, they didn't think that the twin fours were going to fit.
Yep.
But I've made it fit.
Snug, but fits in there well.
Made it fit.
Yep. And yeah, Ryan's obviously done a really good job with
Fabrication.
Yeah, because this thing sounds insane.
Oh, it sounds good when she's on boost.
Oh, 100%.
She sounds good. But even at idle, it sounds good.
Do you think there's ever going to be a finish, an end for the car?
No, there's an end. There's an end. There has to be an end. I need to start enjoying it.
Yeah.
Instead of working on it, I need to enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it now, but I'd like it finished and I can fully enjoy it. I want to get to the stage where the only time I've ever got to pop the bonnet, change plugs, do a service.
Yeah.
That's all I want. That's all I want. And having people like Luke, Ryan, John, and all them as support to help me, we can get the car to do that.
Yeah.
The Barras have got a good platform for and a very good reputation of making bulk power.
Yeah.
And having that reliability there.
Yeah.
A lot of your reliability does come down to your tuner.
Yeah, big time.
So I don't have an issue because I've got Luke.
Yeah.
You don't have an issue because you've got Luke.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to say it again probably for the 100th time. The bloke's a genius on the laptop.
Yeah.
This ain't a video to smash out that everyone in Townsville and North Queensland goes to Luke Dvorak, but if you don't, you're crazy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You're crazy. The bloke's a genius.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. He's made some really quick cars.
Well,
reliable as well.
Well, right now you've got a BA XR6 Turbo that he's tuned with a Borg Warner 72mm on it.
Yep.
E85 Turbo 400. Drove an 800 kilometre round trip on E85. Ran a 9.7 and then drove back home. So
yeah.
400 k's down to Mackay, ran a 9.7 and then drove back.
Yeah.
Proofs in the pudding, mate.
Yeah,
like
100%.
So that's insane. I want to be able to do the same. I want to be able to drive my car down to Mackay, even though we'll have a track here. I still want to do what the other boys have done. I want to drive down there. I want to run a mid-10 and then drive back home.
Yeah.
All on ethanol.
Yeah.
Like a mini drag wig thing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Yeah.
I could just tick it off the box.
Yeah.
Tick it off the box.
So have you got any other plans that we haven't discussed? Obviously you've got your fuel system coming along nicely. You've also got a new transmission.
That'll be it.
That's it.
That's it.
So that's the final steps, and then she's done.
And she's done. She's done. If anything, drag radials, I'll probably go from 17s, and I'll drop down to a nice set of 15s on the rear.
Yep.
That'll be about it.
Yep.
That will be about it. I don't need to be the fastest car in town. I've got people like Shane and Ryan and Luke. If I need a fix on a fast car, a fast Barra,
yeah,
or a fast Miami, I'll just jump in with them. And the boys will scare the shit out of me. I'll get my kick out of it, and I'll say, right, let me out of the car. I think I'm about to have a heart attack. You know,
yeah.
So yeah. I've a good network of mates, good friends. We help each other out. We bump off each other, and we all get our cars going faster and faster and faster. So I'm at the point. I'm at that point now. I'm ready to, say, rightio, job's done. I'm happy with the car. That's more than enough power for the street.
Yeah.
Runs mid-10s, and it's reliable. New tranny in the fuel system. Luke can bump it up to 25 pounds. See where she sits. Fine tune that. I can shake Luke's hand and say, "You finished this car. Done job. Thank you very much."
Yep. That's it.
Now I'm going to enjoy it.
That's what it's all about. All right. Well, thanks for that, Marcus. I always knew that this thing was insane, but
might try a true cold start, eh?
Yeah, yep, why not?
True cold start. Hasn't been started since last Sunday. Not a bad cold start. Especially on ethanol.
Yeah, that's it. Nice and throaty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite good, eh? It's a good note. Ryan was saying afterwards, we could have got a 4-inch dump pipe in there and all that, but I think I think we both have now agreed just the note of it.
Yeah.
So I don't touch it.
Yeah. No.
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't drone like it used to with a 4-inch dump to 3.5-inch midsection, then to a 3-inch rear section.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's 3.5 all the way through.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
You got the comforts inside.
Yeah. You got the nice leather seats. Obviously, Marcus is pulling it all apart at the moment. You're just redoing the leather on the gear shifter, aren't you?
Yeah, just
on the
playing
boot.
around with the shifter at the
Yeah.
moment, so I'm going to clean all that up in preparation for one of the new rip shifters that they've got out. So basically it's a Turbo 400 style shifter handle that goes directly onto a ZF stick.
Beautiful.
Power tube, digital dash, tells you everything, absolutely everything that you need to know.
Yep. And can you configure it to whatever you want it to?
Yeah. You can go to your values and your inputs and all that. So I've got trans temp, ITA, inlet temp, you've got boost, you've got battery, I've got my gear selection, where my gear is, throttle position sensor, oil temp, water temp.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Got everything.
You got the same dash speeds as me.
Yeah, factory, mate.
Factory?
Factory on the G6.
Wow. Flash.
Factory. Could be warm enough.
It's one way to wake up the neighbours. Wow.
Loves it.
Yeah, it's if you didn't know it was external gate, you do now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
very nice.
Neighbours don't have a problem with it. There's a twin turbo LS race car that runs 8.5s next door, so he's cool about it. He loves it.
Yeah. No, that's good. All right. Well, thanks for showing us through the car. I suppose next step at a later stage is to take it for a spin. Well, there you go, guys. That's Marcus's G6E Turbo. That thing is insane. If you're not already subscribed, I highly suggest getting subscribed because there's a lot of interesting things that are going to be happening very shortly. Not only to this car, it's going to get a heap of parts on it soon, so that's going to be awesome. Obviously, we're going to chuck that turbo on, so that bad boy will go on, and that'll be awesome. So once that thing over there gets sold, then yeah, it'll basically be this will be the main focus, but we're also going to be featuring a lot more of Marcus's car as well. So yeah, look, that video, it only does half justice to that car. It is mental. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, get subscribed because it's coming up soon. We'll go for a cruise, showcase the car out on the road, show you what that thing is capable of because it is crazy. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, like I said, things are going to start getting interesting. So buckle up, guys. I'll see you at the next one.